smile, now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound, 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 safe and sound.
Welcome. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, back with game 2. Last game, Striking Vipers were off to a little bit. Came back and clutched it. They got some momentum and then just barreled it down straight to the Nexus like a freight train. And now coming into game 2, we'll see how both teams adjust. Will Striking Vipers continue with kind of the same team composition? It worked once. Why not make it work twice? And then for the side of Mirage Elite, will they give it another go? Are they going to switch it up? Let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see Anivia because it's definitely not a pick that we normally see in competitive play, but with the recent buffs to it and the way she synergizes with items, she is a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they're gearing more towards team fighting on the side of Mirage Elite. And there was a disconnect once again. Was somebody on the wrong team? Well, that was they got caught. That was the strategy. Um, a little infiltration operation. But yeah, so from what we saw, Kennen and Anivia going. Oh. Always a fun time.
Yeah, it is. The Veigar
Oh,
was
okay.
a mispick, and they typed. Yep,
I mean, they're both purple. They're the same. Big
both AP, both purple,
circles.
both small.
Purple and circles. Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato.
They both stunned in a circle. Honestly, right? Just kind of re-released the same champ.
Yeah, that's a little rude. But yeah, so with that Kennen and Anivia, they will have a very strong team fight. Kennen can lock down multiple mechs, and Anivia can really make a huge area to control with that Blizzard. Freeze them out, slow them down, which will be super helpful as Diesel tries to dash and run through their team on that Aatrox. So a little bit of a change up from last game where Mirage Elite really kind of just focused on that Olaf and Jax with the two supports. Didn't pan out, so I'm happy to see them switch it up for game 2.
I think Morn is definitely set up this game to pop off. He has a lot of setup in all his lanes. He has a good jungle matchup that he chose. And honestly, this Anivia could be going 0-50 this game. Like, she is going to have a rough time if Syndra can get off the harass, get off the stuns, and combo into the spears.
Yeah, plenty of lockdown for Morn to try and connect with that spear. And Mirage Elite are very squishy, so if Morn gets ahead, he'll just be beating people up left and right. Good Boy did get his Ezreal, which is one of his most played champions. So hopefully we can see him pop off as well for the side of Mirage Elite and maybe try and take it to a game 3. But for now, Striking Vipers are the underdog. They won it last game. So we'll see if they can carry that through into this game. And yeah, just taking a look at the bottom lane, Jin Alistar will be quite annoying to play against. Alistar lockdown into a deadly flourish, into a stun, and then maybe a trap explosion, into a fourth shot grenade. It hurts. Versus just a Rakan and Ezreal poking them out, looking for more of an extended fight. It'll take a little bit for Good Boy to scale up where Russian Ronin can just try and bully him out early on. He can poke out Poutine QC as he steps up. And I'm assuming on the bottom side, it will swing towards the side of Striking Vipers. In the middle lane, as you said, ZMT piloting Syndra versus Enigma on the Anivia. It's going to be tough. I think if Enigma can just dodge those scatter the weeks, it should be fine. He will just be able to farm up. Both of them both have long range stunts, so it's kind of even, but he does have to watch out for that Italy.
Yeah, and there is some synergy between Mirage Elite's mid jungle. Anivia can put a wall behind anyone, and Graves can queue into it for a ton of burst. And
Ooh.
when
Ooh.
Stark and Viper's carries don't have flash up, they could be looking at a lot of trouble there.
It would have been interesting to see if Makai went Camille instead of Kennen, the Anivia Camille synergy as well, just getting a stun off in the middle of the fight, breaking up the team, and then jumping onto somebody with that wall. It would be kind of funny to watch. It'd be an interesting interaction. It's like getting a Vayne Trundle or something.
Yeah. And a small intricacy of the pro draft that we didn't get to see with the client draft is that Strike and Viper's B1 first pick was Aatrox. They left every counter up pick available up, and they just took the Aatrox anyway. They don't care. Diesel is comfortable in any matchup, as he showed last game. And no matter how far he gets put behind, he will be useful in some way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, last game was incredible. Down, died twice, down CS, but clawed his way back in, which was way better than yesterday. Yesterday in the matchup against the Evil Genius Prodigies, which once again was an underdog fight. Striking Vipers were up against challenger players, and he got put down and then really couldn't claw his way back into the game. So yeah, this 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 best of three though, he's shown what he's working with. And I'm looking forward to seeing him on the Aatrox once again in the top lane. And that and the bottom lane, I think, will be the lanes to watch. I'll be curious to see which sides both junglers path towards first. Morn recently has been kind of power farm, letting the enemy jungler kind of make the first moves, trying to make a couple counter plays on the other side of the map before finally getting aggressive. So we'll see if he switches it up this game. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we wait for the game to load in. Shuggets and I will be back momentarily.
Awesome. All right, so
Gentlemen and ladies, we're back on Summoner's Rift for Game 2. Striking Vipers versus Mirage. Last game, Striking Vipers clutched up and took home a win on Game 1. Mirage Elite are a very consistent team. So we'll see if the Striking Vipers slip up and Mirage Elite, we'll see if they'll take advantage of that, or maybe Striking Vipers will let them run away with it again in the early game and then crush them in the late game as we saw last game. But for now, once again, we're seeing a standard fan coming out from both sides.
Yeah, who needs an early game when, you're just kind of better? And we will see another 5-point from both teams again. I do feel like this is a bit of a missed opportunity from Striking Vipers with how much CC and damage they have level 1, but again, choose to play it safe, choose to play little variants, and honestly, that's respectful.
Yeah, looking pretty normal across the board. I'm a little surprised on the double phase rush in the middle lane. It makes sense as they're both kind of trying to control and reposition. Syndra best unleash power off. Yeah, just trying to stay alive, keep her ultimate going, and electrocute on Syndra though against such like a squishy team, I feel like would be pretty strong. And then for Enigma, being able to burst down Russian Ronin or more when he tries to go, I think would be super useful as well.
Yeah, interesting, the phase rush for sure. It will allow Syndra to get out of the slow field from Anivia. She's able to lend her abilities, which could save her from a lot of deadly combos with the Graves damage in the wall, but Anivia's is much more surprising. She usually goes Comet.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah.
big
We're
trade
already
already.
seeing the bullies across the board for the side of Striking Vipers. Russian Ronin pushing them back on that Jhin, and ZMT in the middle lane on Syndra. Already up a full wave against Enigma, which is just a tough matchup for both of Mirage Elite's laners. Syndra and Jhin, both very strong lane bullies. Ezreal just kind of has to wait to scale up. He did not go for tier, opting for a blade to try and help out in those early exchanges. Maybe he'll pick up a tier later on. But for now, it's the exact same mirror matchup item-wise for the ADCs.
Yeah, ZMT's already getting a lot of lane pressure.
Lord, you gotta get out of there! The kitty cat getting chased down by the man with a shotgun, trying to get to that wall to jump over, but he won't be able to. First blood going to Fashay.
That is a rough fight.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I was not watching the mini-map. I guess he up on him or steal away a camp. But Fashay was just waiting for him and popped him. The red buff slowing Morn down. And
Now ZMT will be under fire.
yeah, that's how ZMT now. Yeah, getting chunked out by the Scraves in the middle. Missing the last auto attack. I think that could have done it with that little extra damage from the red buff. But ZMT escaping with a sliver of health. And Fashay once again coming out very aggressive early on. Which obviously kind of egged on by Morn, giving away that first blood as well with the map.
Yeah, that small mistake transitions into a pretty significant lead for Mirage Elite. Gray's able to double scuttle, get the mid gank off, which forces flash and teleport at Syndra. And now even top lane is feeling the pressure.
They could look to dive. Diesel's just gonna have to back off for now. And
He's just gonna thank his lucky stars he gets XP here. But they would give him even the wave. Surprising that they don't pressure him.
Yeah, super well played by Fashay, giving Enigma a little bit more agency in his lane, especially against this Syndra. It's going to be very useful. It's very important to stay relevant because once Syndra and ZMT get away, oh my god, the spear connect! Scatter the weak. Holy cow.
Loses flash,
Enigma
loses
almost
TP,
forced
doesn't
into that
care,
egg.
comes right back to lane and asserts dominance over Enigma.
Coming way out of left field on that one. Surprised myself. Yeah, I guess that's something you said to watch out for. Enigma is just having a terrible time without all his Graves.
Oh,
There's the egg.
There's the egg. Reduced resistances too. I mean, it's got 15 MR, he's taking so
coming
much
up to
damage.
help just in case Fashay decides to stop by. And Makai up in the top lane going to all Diesel. Diesel going very low. Flashes on top of him. Gets Conqueror procced. Just going to stay under the tower for now. Makai taking a tower shot. That's a little bit of a mistake. Now he's into the danger zone, but without the flash, he's all right. Now down to the bottom lane, St. Gould potentially overextended here. Deadly Flourish coming out, trying to slow him down. The Ignite ticking down as well. It won't be enough. And Mirage Elite finding little advantages across the board right now.
Yeah, Diesel pulls his flash for basically nothing. Does win the fight, I suppose, but Kennen is gonna love having his flash, TP, and 6 for this first dragon fight if it happens. Which Diesel will have none of.
Yeah, both junglers are down around the bottom side. So there is potential to see a fight break out. Fashay could start up the dragon. Morin could look to gank as Good Boy and Poutine are pushed in very far. And with the priority, though, it will be an easy Infernal Dragon. Morin will just continue to farm up. And yeah, Diesel without teleport. Can't really make it down for a fight. Anivia is going to be there. And St. Ghoul caught out right here. Good Boy trying to get on it, but the ult, Shay will get the kill. Oh, that is so unfortunate, but well played by this jungler for Mirage Elite. He's killing it in both games, really. Last game, with that early aggression, got an early... Exact same thing is happening now, except this time they're extending it into an early dragon.
Yeah, every single lane has felt the pressure from Graves this game, and now he even gets the objective on top of being ahead in XP and pressure and ganks, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure this game. He's going to be so strong once he gets Scale Force, Collector, just going to be blowing up the side of Striking Vipers. He's allowed to continue farming and snowballing.
Yeah, it's going to be super painful if he gets that far ahead. And then up in the top side, Diesel not really able to get the shutdowns he's looking for so far. Some pretty close trades earlier. And then once again, Makai just getting a solid rotation off with his abilities, chunking him out and slowly pushing him back to the tower. Makai does have his teleport up, which right now, none of the lanes are really open to a teleport gank. But for sure in the future, as Diesel does not have his teleport. So that's another thing going for Mirage Elite.
Yeah, Kennen definitely needs a pretty deep flank ward to be able to get off a TP ultimate at this point. Or unless he just wants to wait until the next dragon, but that will be a lot of time pretty much wasted with the cooldowns.
Yeah, we'll see if anybody on Striking Vipers pushes it a little too far. Maybe he can teleport to a minion. But for now, it looks like ZMT getting a little aggressive. Middle lane, Fashay once again. Amazing job shadowing where the action is. Morn is hanging around as well. ZMT really far up right now. I don't know if Morn's going to get there in time. Enigma taken out very low. The flash of Morn will pick up the kill. ZMT barely making it out with his life. Well played. That'll be Striking Viper's first kill of the game. Now back up to the top lane. Makai chunking out Diesel. The same story over and over again. This matchup is just not working out so far for him.
Yeah, this matchup is pretty rough for Aatrox, and plus that's why Makai picked.
Ult from Makai. Will he have enough?
Barely runs out of damage.
Done it, but all the laners just barely staying alive.
Yeah. Yeah, we see the consequences of Nivea's egg getting procced early. First kill for Morn, and he can take over this game if he gets a couple more. Though Nivea's egg has come back up by now, so they killed him just in time.
There'll be a while until they can get that play off again. I'm assuming she's just going to try and play safe, wait for the next dragon. And then in that fight, she can just soak up a whole lot of damage if they go in. Grab the egg around. And she does have her Lost Chapter, which provides a whole lot of mana, a whole lot of damage as well. She's stacking her tier currently as well. And for now, Mirage Elite will just be able to continue to scale up. And as long as they shut down Morn, I think they'll just be A-okay. Poutine getting a little scared down there. And back to the middle lane. Holy cow, that damage.
And in the jungle, Morn's losing a lot of XP from just getting his camps yoinked by Graves.
Graves is just skirmishes across the map, and you can really see Mirage Elite pressing their advantage right now.
Yeah, once Graves gets a few levels and items, he just becomes a black hole, inhaling every resource on the map, and if Warren isn't able to keep up, then this gap is going to get a lot wider.
Yeah, looks like they can maybe go for Shelly if they choose to try and extend one of the leads for their laners, or just give over the gold to Flashay. And right now in the bottom lane, Senko going in the deadly flip. Next, the Khan should go down to kill. The curtain call coming out from Russian Ronin. Trying to take out Good Boy, but the damage from Good Boy's Ezreal is absurd. The teleport is going to force him to back off. He flashes away from St. Ghoul. And I think the teleport really saved Striking Viper's bot.
Yeah, Ezreal was definitely looking to turn there. Very low HPs on both Russian Ronin and St. Ghoul. And he's really showing his proficiency on the champion. A lot of mastery points, a lot of games played, and that's what happens when you give him that champion.
Looks like Morn is on top of Rifttail, which will be quite useful, trying to draw some pressure away from the Dragon Pit. Dragon is up in 20 seconds. I feel like you might just give the gold over to Aatrox. Diesel could use it. He was a powerhouse last game, and they try and set him up for success once again. ZMT is picking up some plates in the middle lane. But he's got to be careful. Poutine is
dangerous,
hanging
no flash.
around. Bechet is coming in. Enigma's there as well. He's walled off. Same job pushing back Poutine. And they are able to escape. Well played by St. Ghoul, saving his teammate's life.
Yeah, definitely a good counter gank there. Without it, I think ZMT might have gone down, even though he didn't really take any damage at first. But the huge pressure from Alistair and Morton being there saved him.
Yeah,
for
I'll
sure.
say great play from Poutine up in the top lane. But top lane is popping their ultimates. Diesel trying to heal up with that passive. Goes up. Hour. Both of them do have teleport. Aatrox could recall and get ready for this fight. Kennen will just continue to push in that top lane tower. Mirage Elite have not started up the dragon just yet. The blast cone is available and gets to jump over. And Ezreal and Graves go. St. Ghoul rushing around trying to get out. The teleport coming in from that Aatrox. But he's going to be all alone in a 1v3. He's going to chase down Poutine and won't be able to find much damage.
Yeah, Striking Vipers, honestly, they have no business being anywhere near here. Nidalee, no completed items. Syndra still sacking tier. Jhin, no completed items. They're just not stronger at all.
Yeah, that was a bold play, Cotton. The teleport,
bold strategy
I think, was a
indeed.
little bit of a waste at that point. There wasn't really much they could do. I guess it did kind of prevent them from chasing down Russian Ronin a little bit. But beyond that, didn't really prove too useful. And now Makai has his teleport up on Diesel once again. Enigma still has his as well. So the enemy team is quite mobile right now. They can be anywhere on the map. And those two AP champions can pull up in any fight and cause a whole lot of problems for the Striking Vipers.
Yeah, Ken was able to get top tier down to just 270 HP. Without plates, it would have fallen entirely, but with the plates, he gets a ton of gold for it, and sitting about 1,500 right now.
Oh my god, St. Ghoul in the bottom lane getting taken out by Good Boy, but he did manage to get a little bit of damage, and the Deadly Flourish combined with the call will make it a 1-for-1. A nice little pickup for the Striking Vipers right there.
Yeah, definitely favorable 1-for-1 for Striking Vipers. A kill on Alistair versus a kill on Ezreal. Ezreal's going to be missing a bit of XP, bit of gold, and Jin's happy to catch up in that regard.
Yeah, Good Boy's Ezreal is slowly spinning up, though. Manamune Muramana is getting close and closer to being fully stacked. Good Boy has many, many hours on this Ezreal, so I'm very excited to see what he does once he gets his mythic item under his belt, along with a fully stacked.
Yeah, and we saw with that spear how squishy Graves is to magic damage. Nilly doesn't even have a completed item yet, and she chunked him to almost half with just one spear. So there's definitely danger there as far as getting one shot goes.
Yeah, we could see a replay of last game with Bechet going in and getting popped immediately by along with Diesel. But for now, Mirage Elite do have about a 2k gold lead. They're doing a great job controlling the map. Look at all of the wards up on the top side and even down in the river, moving in towards the lane as well. They've got vision galore and don't really need to worry about too much right now. Striking Vipers need to try and look for a pick or a favorable fight, but once again, it's tough with Makai having that teleport up on Diesel.
Yeah, bit of a little stake here. All lanes just kind of farming. Jungle being full cleared. Just kind of waiting on the next dragon timer, which is going to be a very critical part of this game for Mirage Elite. It's going to be the third. It's going to force Soul Point for Striking Vipers. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on them to have to fight the next dragon no matter what.
Yeah, and in those full-on team fights, I don't know if they can. Mirage Elite really kind of drafted with their focus on those team fights with that Kennen and with that Anivia. They can poke him down with that Ezreal, which we kind of saw last game for Striking Vipers. Now in the bottom lane, St. Ghoul being taken down to half-ass shade, chasing down Russian Ronin, could potentially dive. The ultimate will go wide. And a true shot barrage comes out as well. Nothing's going to come of it. With those on cooldown, they could look to fight. Diesel does not have teleport. ZMT does on the other hand. Russian Ronin getting a solid 4-shot on Good Boy, but Good Boy just going in on top of him. That Gale Force with the Jane. Russian Ronin picks up the kill. A very clutch pickup. That is exactly what they need to stay relevant in this game.
Yeah, Petit Pois Faché and Best Poutine QC were just focused too heavily on the ward battle, not the actual battle, while they just watched their ADC go down. Bit of a team? Team, where are you?
Team? Hello? Yeah. The best call out. Uh-oh, ZMT way out of position right there, but he's gonna live. That is unfortunate for Mirage Elite. That looked like such an easy pick right there. With ZMT able to flash out, dodging those abilities at the last second. And once again, staying alive with 1% of his health.
Very close there for ZMT. But this next Striking fight that will spawn in 1 minute should be Striking Viper's time to shine. They're finishing their items on Italy, they finished their items on Syndra and Jhin and Aatrox. Every single one except for the supporter has the Mythic by now. And a lot stronger Mythics than this item Mirage Elite have at this point. Their one item spikes aren't nearly as strong.
Yeah, it looks like Diesel is going to start rotating early. Not going to use the teleport this one. They're going to try and break through that middle lane and then transition over to that dragon. Has his teleport. He's going to stay up in that top lane, push it in, apply a little bit of pressure. He could even look for a flank. They do have a deep ward kind of behind the pit. I think there's a pink on it, so it should be spotted out. I don't think they cleared it just yet. Looks like the Kennen is pinging for that, and there he is, teleporting around top, going and gets the knockup. Current call coming in from that Jhin. St. Horn getting a nice pickup, taking out that Ezreal early on. That's a whole lot of the damage gone. But Faché is still alive. They could steal away the dragon or burst him down with a shotgun blast. And so we'll see if they back off or look to steal.
It doesn't look like Graves will want to go for anything. Just passes off blue. It's back to mid. And that will stop the bleeding for the Dragon's account for sure. Very
a lot more time. Russian Ronin is getting larger and larger. Aatrox is continuing to farm up, still behind Makai on CS. But with that dragon, they have a lot more wiggle room. It's another 4 minutes on the clock that they can spend trying to scale up, matching the damage on the side of Mirage Elite, and Rakan going in, knocking up more. Nothing right there. Faché getting another kill now. Diva going in on Makai. I don't think Mirage Elite are going to be able to rotate down for this one. He's in the 1v1. A flash from Makai will allow him to escape. And with that, Striking Vipers trying to find a little bit of footing right there, but they can't get the kill. And so the score will now be tied up 20 minutes into the game. About half a kill a minute right now, which is a little bit of a change of pace from yesterday's gameplay.
Yeah, the Quebecians on the side of Mirage Elite just butchering Morn in his own jungle like they butcher the French language, and honestly, they are looking very scary right now.
Now these Canadians playing the slow game, not getting too aggressive, biding their time, trying to wait for Striking Vipers to make the mistakes here in this matchup. Which last game, Striking Vipers, very few mistakes, but this game they just can't seem to match Mirage Elite whenever they make a play. But once again, I think the game-changing fights will be around Dragon. I doubt anybody's going to go for a Baron this early. No tower is worth dying over right now.
Yeah,
And
neither team particularly has the damage to rush a Baron, despite the Leandries on Anivia.
yeah, with the double teleports on both sides, the split pushes can be matched relative ease. And so it's just going to be ping pong and back and forth on the side lanes. And then same thing in the middle lane, pushing back and forth. Trying not to overextend and get caught out. Poutine hanging around the side, pinging. He wants to go in the Deadly Push and the Control Ward, spotting out Enigma. And I don't think Poutine is spotted right now. Morn is in the area in case anything goes awry.
Yeah, Mirage Elite have all the options and all the knowledge right now. They're Shark Vipers are kind of in the dark. They don't really know who's where, and where they can make a play and where they make a pick. Just kind of playing it safe.
Yeah, and Enigma and ZMT have their tiers fully stacked now. So that'll be quite the spike in power once they finally get that Archangel staff. Unless they change the name on me. But that Anivia in those fights with that Leandri's taunt, with that extra damage from that staff, it's gonna hurt. I don't think Striking Vipers have a whole lot of MR team Merc treads on the Aatrox, but beyond that, Anivia is free reign right now with what to build.
Yeah, Nivea's going to be definitely scaling up to be a monster once she gets a few of her items completed, including that Archangels as you're talking about, as well as this Verdant Barrier that's going to go into a Banshees.
Yeah, I feel like Morn really just has a tough decision in these fights. He tried to burst down Enigma, but then Enigma will just have the egg up and will immediately get back into that. Well, not immediately, but momentarily get back into the fight. Did he go for the Graves, who's 3-on-1, huge bounty right now, with the Gale Force, so he could just dash away twice, really, from Morn if he decides to go in on that. So a lot of tough decisions to make. I think taking out the Anivia could be the play. If they really just need a pick before the fight even happens, since in those extended fights, Striking Vipers will lose.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely need to look for a pick, which means they need to establish vision control, which they are doing right now. Very good by Striking Vipers to make sure they have complete control over the area before it spawns. TP comes through early. I think this is Enigma's. Yep, it is.
Yeah. They're setting up for that fight, but Mirage Elite has control wards pretty much everywhere around the map. Makai could look for another flank. They do have deep wards on Striking Vipers. Red Pit as well as the Tri-Brush. A teleport coming in from ZMT. Both sides posturing for a fight. Rocket Blade connects on Good Boy. He will E away. Deadly Push will not connect. Neither will Scatter the Weak. Makai looking for the flank right now. They gotta be careful. The control ward is in that bush, stopping that vision. He's just moved on to the next bush. He's taking a lot of poke from that. Ezreal Senku will stand up front, trying to find something. But right now, Mirage Elite doing a great job poking him out and kind of forcing him off. There's the true shot, Mirage. Good boy. Eating forward. That's bold right there. But it won't be punished. Diesel going in on top of the Rakan. The Deadly Push will connect, excuse me. And he is locked down and taken out. The turn call pushing him back as well. Senku going very low. Flashes in, gets the double knockup. A follow-up from ZMT, but he'll go down. That's a double kill for Good Boy. And he's just on a rampage. More forced to go golden. Makai pushing back the rest of Striking Vipers. And that is almost an ace. Russian Ronin making it out of there with his health bar intact. But now Mirage Elite will get that third dragon, and it will be soul points on the next one.
Yeah, Striking Vipers got the pick, but not on the person they're looking for. Petit Pois, Fache, and Good Boy were just completely untouched that fight, basically, and able to
Yeah,
pump out so much DPS.
and that was really the, the extended fight we were. Ezreal at this point has scaled up. You can really see all of Good Boy's hours paying off. Doing a great job, dodging abilities, pumping out the damage more and going golden. Using up that stopwatch, and then Makai pushing back the rest of Striking Vipers, giving him plenty of breathing room to just stand around and chunk people out. And yeah, as you said, they got the pick, but on the recon, leaving all of the damage still available for Mirage Elite. And now, I think they could really start to threaten Baron. They do have a 5k gold lead. They could try and force another fight. They're doing a great job with that vision control. Just look from the middle lane up to the top lane. It's just a sea of red.
Yeah, tons of vision control on the top side, and they could easily go for a Baron at this point in the game. Ezreal is so strong. He's pretty close to his Ravenous Hydra, and at that point, he kind of becomes a ranged drain tank with the 400 health on Sunder and the lifesteal from Hydra. It's going to be very hard to take him down.
Yeah, this is kind of the opposite of what we saw last game. Striking Vipers really had the poke. Ezreal in Italy. In this game, it's more so for the side of Mirage Elite, but hold on, Poutine trying to go in on Morn. No follow-up just yet. They might try and get another on this which I don't think is advisable. But as I was saying, the Ezra with that Divine Thunderer can just poke him out and do a whole lot of damage. Kennen can really do the same thing. Anivia with that long-range stun, if somebody's not paying attention, they Striking Vipers needs to be careful. Now, in the bottom lane, Diesel going in on Makai. Makai forced to use that ultimate. He should be taken out right here. The Darkened Blade will connect twice and stabbed through the heart as he flashes away. Diesel with the solo kill. But Fache coming in to try and clean it up. He's on janitorial duty. But Diesel will walk away scot-free.
Yeah, shot through the heart. Makai's to blame again. Diesel just proving over and over that he is the better top laner. He wants to be able to carry this game, and solo killing these laners is a pretty good way of doing that.
I would like to see them invest in a little bit more magic resistance. Okay, Diesel picking up that null mantle right there, or null cloak. Whatever that is, gives magic resist.
Yeah, that should be going to
because
his
the damage from
Spear
that cannon and Anivia
Yeah.
adds up so quickly.
Diesel's one level away from 16, and that with Spirit Visage is going to mean an insane amount of healing. Core Drinker did get changed to heal sequentially instead of all at the same time, so a little bit of a nerf there, but Aatrox with his healing amp, passive lifesteal, and Spirit Visage is going to be so hard to deal with.
Yeah, you can see Mirage Elite paying that grievous tax. 3 members building it so far, 2 Executioners, and 1 Oblivion Orb. Which I feel like the Oblivion Orb on the Kennen and then Executioners on the Graves would be enough. Kennen hitting that ultimate on the entire team, locking everybody down. And then with that 3-second buff, which I guess does make an impact, then you don't really need as many. One person can apply it and it stays on for a little bit longer now. But nevertheless, Mirage Elite continuing to extend their lead. They've got the gold. They've got the vision. Dragon is up in 1 minute. And I'm curious to see how Striking Vipers will approach this next fight.
Yeah, this is Soul Point, so they are absolutely forced to fight this dragon. But I have high hopes for them. I think they can win this fight pretty handily if they get the right engage on the right targets.
Oh, they've got a huge flank getting set up for Mirage Elite. And St. Gul going in at double knockup. Curtain Call will sneak through and kill the Ezreal Cannon, knocked away by St. Gul. Well played, and they would take out GMT right there. Makai going golden. The Deadly Flash will connect, and that'll be another kill for Russian Ronin. And Fache put in a whole lot of work. The Shotgun Blast will connect. Ronin still staying alive. A wall from the Anivia will seal St. Gul's fate. That's a double kill. And I think that is still Soul for Mirage Elite. The Graves is up. Morn could try to steal, but I think it would just be too risky since he'd probably throw away his life and they could just transition to Baron.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the vision of walking his own jungle right now. That's their one pink, their one ward in that whole quadrant, and it's going down.
Thank God for that control word. I thought they were blind and then one check it.
Yeah, that'd been a very bad death for Morn to have, because that could have been transitioned into a Baron as well. On top of the Soul and Lost fight.
Mirage Elite are just on point with those flanks, the Kennen in those earlier flights with those teleports, and then right there, the Rakan and the Graves, Fache and Poutine just playing extremely well, very well coordinated assault. Great communication coming out from Mirage Elite. And now with that Soul, they can survive the initial burst from the Syndra, from the Nidalee, and force those extended fights they want.
Yeah, with their MR plus the Soul, both the AP carries on Strike Viper is going to be basically nullified. It's going to be up to the sustained damage of Aatrox and Jhin to cut through them.
Baron is up. Mirage Elite do have the fight. And then once again, I just want to draw attention. It's just beautiful. It looks like the line on the map in an Indian jungle. It's just immaculate right there.
Yeah, very, very good vision control from Mirage Elite. And they're going to use it to set up Baron. They look like they want to start it up. Ping's going onto it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Striking Vipers to contest. They can get zoned off by that Anivia, by that Kennen. They go for the engage and can't kill people quickly, which now with that Soul is extremely difficult. As I said, they really don't have many options to teleport from the Anivia. Baron down way below half health. I don't think they can even get the opportunity to steal it. And with that, I think Mirage Elite can just try and split. But the Rakan going in gets the double charm, unable to get the knockup. It's the knockup on St. Ghoul. The Anivia wall locks him in. Poutine taking a whole lot of damage. The double stun, Diesel taking a whole lot of damage as well. Good kill on St. Ghoul. And I think this could be it. Mirage Elite will be able to push in. They got minions in the bottom lane. I think if they split, take out those outer towers and move on to the inhibitors, they might be sealing Striking Viper's fate right here. ZMT locked in. Russian Road kill on Poutine. But Enigma's there. Morn also going to get taken out. Fache doing so much damage. Rooted underneath the tower, but it's gone in the blink of an eye. Russian Ronin way out of position. Gets the fourth shot off. Almost kills Enigma. And now they're just going to dive. They're running into the base. Russian having to run up to the top side to get away, but they've got one cannon minion and a wave rolling in. Pretty hefty respawn timers. And I think this could be it.
Yeah, as long as we don't see a crash right before they kill the second Nexus turret, this
Yeah,
does
we'll
look
see
like
if
it
we'll
should be
finish
it.
this game for Nox and provide a play for Russian Ronin. Russian Ronin dashing for boy right there. Enigma gets the shutdown. St. Ghoul also going to get taken out. That's a double kill. The two cannon minions putting in a whole lot of work on those towers. And this will be game. Both Nexus towers go down. They're onto the Nexus. It's down to half health. Will Morn be able to hold on? I don't think so. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we go on to game 3.
Yeah, great performance by Mirage Elite. They knew what their comp did and they executed on it well, including doing stuff their comp probably shouldn't have been able to do. Take the first couple dragons, but a couple early kills, able to snowball and get early power spikes before Striking Vipers were, and they transitioned into a pretty good win.
Yeah, quite the turnaround. A completely different game from last game. For Mirage Elite, that Ezreal really did shine. And then Fache once again doing an amazing job in the jungle. 7-1-3. And we'll see if he'll be able to continue that momentum into game 3. We will be back momentarily once the teams reconnect, rewrite their plans, and get into draft. Once again, I'm Worth It. With me is McShuggets, and we will be back in a little bit.
See this too. bound only by frozen memories. Lost, it's fine. Racing on these broken dreams tonight. bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
I'm
Are we
ready.
live now? Do you have time to do a tongue twister?
Okay, tongue twister.
Good to know.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in batter, it will make but a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So 'twas better Betty Botter bought a little bit of better butter.
Holy crap.
That was a bad one. That was a bad one. Let me
I
try
tripped
another
over
one.
Enigma and
Wasn't that
Olivia
frickin-
earlier.
Dude, that was not a tongue twister. It was a tongue tornado, bro. What in the
Pick a
world?
pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers. Ah, fudge! Ooh, whew. Look at that filter.
Yeah, the
Slow-
fudge.
You get one per
slowly
broadcast
slipping
and it's still
away as the
PG-13.
game progresses. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I digress. Taking a quick glance at the bands. Amumu's a new one for me. Oh no, they're going fast. Never mind. Going through the A's. They pro drafted prior to this, which I was too busy stuffing my face with Thai food to watch it. You can call me unprofessional. I just call it hungry. But it looks like once again Diesel on Aatrox. We'll see if he's in a little bit of a better position. Camille, Mekhi, or just Zero. Who knows? He has a fair amount of Camille on his op.gg. Once again, a fan of those strong solo laners looking to split, looking to carry in those teleport flanks. In the jungle, Olaf, Lilia, mid lane, ZMT on Galio. That is a new one for me. It's been a while, but I think that will give him a lot of opportunity to roam. I'm assuming he probably took teleport as well. But against an Orianna, I think Ignite's all right. Galio has a surprising amount of burst damage, can really chunk him out early on, force him out of lane, make him play a little skittish, since they'd never know if the jungler's nearby. And then in the bottom lane, Jhin Alistar. This time around, Mirage Elite got it. And then bread and butter in the bottom lane for the striking Vipers. Russian Ronin on the Kaisa and St. Ghoul on the Bard.
Yeah, I think Striking Vipers team has a lot of cohesion. I really like that. I think they have a very strong team fight. The issue is that their lane matchups individually can get a little rough. Camille can weave in and out of the sweet spots of Aatrox's Qs. Orianna is going to have a lot of poke pressure onto a mate like Galio. And Jhin is a very good and strong lane bully into Kaisa Bard. But if they can get out of the lane phase relatively unscathed, their team fights will be very scary.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this will play out. Mirage Elite have pretty strong engage. Alistar can go in. Orianna can use Shockwave. Camille can be the one to initiate. Lilia with the flank, maybe put them all to sleep. And then on the side of Striking Vipers, Bard with that Tempered Fate. That's the ult, right? That sounds right.
Yeah, close enough.
Tempered
I think
Fate,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
I
I
think
think
it
that's
is.
exactly
That's
it.
the name. Yeah, that's the name of the
So
bundle. Yeah.
that combined with the Galio can provide a whole lot of disengage. And so with that initial burst coming out, if Galio can get a taunt, if maybe Mirage Elite is a little too overzealous, they could turn around. Olaf can sprint through them and put in work Diesel. Hopefully he can get some flanks off, try and chase down this Orianna, who I'm assuming is going to go phase rush, moving around those fights, repositioning. And then Russian Ronin on the Kaisa, Hail of Blades. And then St. Ghoul on that Bard. He should be able to try and stop that Alistar from going in and getting any knockups. That Jhin and Alistar combo with the Deadly Flourish is a sure way to get a kill early on. But I think if they can maneuver around that, they're not in too bad of position themselves to get an early kill.
Yeah, as you said, Aatrox's flanks are going to be very crucial this game because that's how they get Galio onto the back line, and they need to get that hard CC onto Lilia and Orianna because without it, Phase Rush is going to break the ankles of the Striking Vipers team.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited for the Lilia. I feel like I haven't seen long range swirl seed sleeps.
Good
Hopefully
thing
this game
Vipers
is-
have no ankles.
Yeah. No ankles.
Broken one too many
Everybody's
times.
sleeping at the desk. For me, I'm sleeping at the luggage. And for now, Yeah, once again, I think Mirage Elite have a strong team fight composition, but as I mentioned, if Striking Vipers can disengage that initial engage, for lack of a better term at the moment, they have a great opportunity to go back in and pick up some kills.
Yep. Join out the rest of the spectator delay, and we'll get loading into the game so we can see who is skinning to winning. We're live. All right, welcome to Game 3 of Striking Vipers versus Mirage Elite. This game is gonna decide the series, and honestly, it's gonna be a really good indicator for the strength of these teams going into the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, it's 1-1 so far in this battle. And it's surprisingly even. Coming into this, Striking Vipers did look like all players are high diamond. And on the side of Mirage Elite, the average is about Grandmaster. However, Striking Vipers did plot a win in the first game, and then Mirage Elite came back to take the second game. And now in game 3, both sides have a good feel for what the other side likes to do. The Mirage Elite are great at team fighting, are great at picking a target and melting them down. Striking Vipers, on the other hand, once they get the ball, they're tough to stop. And so, with that in mind, I'm very excited to check out what happens in the early game.
Yep, and I'm not a superstitious man, but Red Side has won both games this series, and Striking Vipers have the Red Side this game, so
Well,
maybe
I
Red
am
Side
a
best side.
superstitious man. So I think with that, Striking Vipers win, and we'll close it out.
Yeah, shutting the stream here.
No, so it looks like both sides will start on the red buff, which I think all of the games, the Mirage Elite jungler has favored pathing up to the top side and trying to get an early gank off onto Diesel, which in all the games it did work out. Game 1, they really weren't able to build lead off of it because Diesel did eventually come back. Game 2, it did pan out after, Morin kind of got caught in the enemy jungle. Fast Shay was able to bully in the mid lane a little bit. But it does look like Morn is clearing down to the bottom side of St. Ghoul eventually. Can maybe get off a stun. They could look for a kill, but Alistar obviously is great at P, so I'm not too concerned for Good Boy.
Yeah, they shouldn't be able to get a kill in this bot lane just this early. They need a little bit of items, a little bit of damage. Jin just has boots, so not a lot of damage coming up thus
First
far.
blood this game would probably come up from the middle lane. But in the bottom lane, Good Boy getting chunked out a little. Orianna does have Cleanse as opposed to Teleport, which I think is pretty smart. ZMT does have a lot of CC at his disposal. If he can get that uppercut of Justice, hold on. Kung Fu team in the bottom lane gets a little bit of poke on him. And then Diesel in the skirmish in the top side. And once again, Fache with that early gank. The Swirl Seed connects the Dark Harvest proc. Not much Diesel can do right here. Trying to outplay in that bush, healing up a little bit. But first blood goes to Fache on Lilia.
Yeah, Diesel's just not able to find a window to use his flash to survive. Maybe could have flashed very early to avoid some of the Camille damage, but he just didn't have the knowledge that Leo's there ready to punish him and goes down and gets punished for it. I think that's 3 games in a row, dying early.
Yeah, and it kind of happened a little bit yesterday as well. Diesel often likes to save that early ward, but so far the enemy teams have been taking advantage of that. Quick early kill. However, first game didn't really mean much, and the second game, Morn getting caught in the enemy jungle, real catalyst I think for that loss just at the start. Gave Mirage Elite many opportunities to continue to build an advantage.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. But fool me 3 times, you know.
I think you have to load the choppers, in the wise words of J. Cole. But that's just me. No. Oh, if that had Corki, I guess that would have been. No Corki in this game.
No Corki, thank goodness. That champ is never a fun meta indicator.
Sankuel taking a whole lot of damage. Poutine not able to get that stun off the Ignite, ticking down. A preemptive strike with that Ignite. A little bold there. But it did dissuade Alistar from pursuing any further aggression. But I think he can just kind of heal it back up, killing a couple minions, getting some life back from a potion. And then without that Ignite, the Striking Vipers lose a whole lot of kill pressure in that bottom lane.
Yeah, and that's going to be most of the kill pressure for them down. Mirage Elite will have their Ignite still up, and they can look for the trade kill now on either Bard or Kaisa, but most likely the Bard. Diesel's getting fought again. Lily's coming up.
Side, yeah. Diesel in a fight against High, but Fache is here once again. A very similar start to the past few games. Stay alive as Fache decides to back off. I feel like he could have pursued that a little further, but
yeah,
better safe than sorry, I guess. More
Camille couldn't follow up as well as she'd have liked to, having to walk through that pretty large minion wave.
Stangle having a flash after getting knocked in the so very low. No more. Stunned up and locked down. I think that push connecting nothing to go. Camille is also here as well. They might be able to get a last second kill, but it won't happen. And that's 3 quick kills for Mirage Elite in the bottom lane.
That is so disastrous for Striking Vipers. Morn gets CC'd for about 1.5 years under turret and just keeps taking shot after shot after shot. Goes down.
Middle lane, Fache putting GMT to sleep and has enough damage. Dark Harvest proc. And a very early 5-0 start, almost up to a kill per minute. Just one more and we'll hit that golden ratio. But for now, Mirage Elite are just with this game. Slowly ramping up through the series game. Slow game 2. Fache really came online, and then in this game right here, you can really see how consistent they are. Their communication is great with those early teleports coming through. And of course, Enigma doesn't have it, but you can imagine if instead of a cleanse, he did have that teleport, how much of a pain that would be to deal with.
Yeah, say what you want about Striking Viper's early game, but their synergy is on point with the 0-0-1-0 scoreline for all 5 members.
Good catch.
Unfortunately, this is one of those times when you're matching and you want to go home and change instead of celebrating it.
You win if you match, or if the Nexus gets killed, but you surrender at the same time and you get the explosion, automatic win as well.
Agreed.
So, flash coming in from Poutine, locking down the Kaisa. Where for Russian Ronin to run. The kill goes over to Good Boy Single, able to make it back to the tower. And that's their 6th kill. Striking Vipers are struggling right now. Morn up in the top side jungle, Camille is pretty pushed up. Could look to rotate, but for now they have yet to answer back.
Yeah, synergy broken, unfortunately, with the scorelines, but Poutine with a great engage on that Alistair. Flash Qs, holds the W, waits for the E stun, and was actually almost able to get barred as well through saving headbutt, but just couldn't quite get the angle he wanted.
Yeah, super close, but no cowbell.
And the
But
blue will
for
be stolen
now,
away as
Ward
well.
on that Shelly. Could look to use that, get some gold back onto the side of Striking Vipers. I think I wouldn't mind the investment in ZMT actually this game. Just given his ultimate and the ability to roam, I think it'd be a little bit more impactful. This Diesel's often kind of locked up in the top lane. And then Mekai can teleport. But speaking of the top lane, look at that CS lead on Diesel.
Yeah, again, takes the death. Still wins in CS, still wins in
It's all
XP.
part of the strategy. Queen's Gambit right there.
Nothing can keep that man down.
Things coming out. A flurry of clicks. The APM is through the roof. Is this StarCraft? I can't tell. Who's going to be the first to get caught out? For now, nobody is.
A champion enters their
St.
screen.
Ghoul's the one to get caught out. The Deadly Flourish connect. Dude, Tempered Fate comes out too late. Vache, 3-0-1, already has a 100 gold bounty.
Yeah, Mirage Elite really have the bloodlust this game. They see champion, they kill champion, and they will send as many members as it takes to do so.
Their
Another
vision
one
is
coming in.
just on point. And now in the bottom lane, Kaisa trying to dash his Alistar. And Poutine stealing the kill. Okay, hyper carry Alistar and Zim lane. Clockwork wind up on Enigma. Almost doing enough damage. Won't be able to get the kill. And now it's 8-0. And it's spooky. We're only 10 minutes in. A 3 to 4K gold lead right now. And right now, Warren trying to get the kill, but Fache is there. God, he's good. Always there, ready to shadow. And popping up when you least expect it. Dragon will be coming up in 20 as well, which at this point should be pretty free, I think, for Mirage Elite.
Yeah, this early game is just a slaughter. There's seemingly no way to stem the bleeding either. Alistair is absolutely everywhere. And this dragon should just be going to the side of Mirage Elite with almost no contest, I would hope.
Yeah, Alistar Swifties does have the Hex Flash Traption. So scary. It's terrible. Yeah. It's like playing Rainbow Six Siege. Like you think you hear a noise, and you're like, and then all of a sudden somebody busting through the wall, or in this case, over the wall.
Striking Vipers will be hearing that cowbell in their nightmares tonight.
Yeah, but they sneaked the dragon.
Wow. All right, Mirage Elite not prepared for that objective.
Pressed their lead a little bit more on the side of, but you know they do have the room to work with. They can just continue to farm the champions instead of the jungle or objectives, and then wait for the next one. Pick it up after breaking through those outer towers with ease. For now, Fache misses the Swirl Seed. Diesel getting a whole lot of damage on high. No kills coming through for either side though.
It is an Ocean Soul this game, so if they're able to win a couple more team fights at Dragon, which their comp is completely built to do, they could win this game just off the back of
I'm super scared
healing.
for that.
Yeah.
that team fight, the first one, Tempered Fate coming out. Good boy, getting slowed down. Flash from St. Louis, just going to go barely wide. Morn misses the axe as well. Good boy, able to just run away. They dodged another axe. They're crazy.
Kinda hate to see those skill shots go wide, especially when they're investing so many summoners and time into that gank, but we'll still get the Earth push off.
Well. But now with Leas here, the Hex Flash is going to come out. They're going to look.
Teleport bind.
There's the engage, followed up by a Deadly Flourish. Camille in there as well. Kaisa getting locked down. Russian has no. They're switching focus onto Morn. That's the teleport from Diesel coming in. And so far, both sides going to back up Diesel on the front line. I think a little too aggressive. They could be baiting this team fight here. St. Louis going to miss the flash. Leah going in and gets a two-man seed, excuse me. Galio coming in as well, but won't be able to do much. Gets a 3-man top, but a little too late. A double kill for Fache. And that is almost an ace. Russian Ronin barely making it out alive. And will be able to get a couple plays in this bottom lane. And with that, 12 kills, 13 minutes, all to one side.
Yeah, really well played by Marshall Lee, but honestly, Striking Vipers are just outstatted at this point, and that'll take them to a full house of 2s over 3s as far as the scoreline goes. 12-0 is not a place you want to be in a game 3 of a series.
Yeah, I think they just need the perfect ward, catch out the people with like Fache and Lilia with that 600 gold bounty, get some gold into the Olaf or Aatrox, but at this point, I think it might be a little late. Olaf just having to run through everybody, gets chunked out. Jhin is huge at this point. Lilia also doing a whole lot with that Leandri's Torment, along with Orianna copying that build. It's going to be tough for Morn to get anywhere near the enemy team. And once he's there, he's dead already. Dead on
Yeah.
the doorstep.
Just doesn't have the defensive stats he needs to be able to stay in these team fights. Hopefully, once his Gore Drinker comes in, that could change, but once that comes in, Lilia and Orianna are going to have their items completed as well, so not an easy road for him.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at the pace right now for Mirage Elite. They're going a lot faster than the last couple. They got the drumstick to the cowbell. And I guess they did slow it down around those drags, but it clearly paid off. They were able to farm up, buy items, and now they're just practically walking away with the game, which walking away is something that Diesel is not going to be able to. Stunned up, Fache is there, pops World Ender. I don't think he's have enough healing and can't get that third Darkened Blade off, and he'll go down once again.
Deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Diesel is just getting absolutely camped all 3 games. This poor man is just not allowed to play the game.
It's tough, and Striking Vipers really have yet to kind of adapt to that. I feel like the last couple games, even yesterday as well, Diesel just kind of getting pooped on, getting thrashed for a little bit. Which for the most part can come back, but they weren't really able to get any advantages out. And because of that, they're losing everywhere too.
Yeah, it's really rough for everyone on Striking Vipers this game. Their 3rd dragon is coming up. If they can pull out a miracle here and get the dragon, they'll have a chance,
On
but
the flip side of that coin, though, Mirage Elite are killing it.
they really are.
Yeah. Striking Vipers are pushed back into the corner right now. And it looks like Mirage Elite will spawn Shelly in the middle lane. They might be able to for a fight. Poutine can look to go in, followed up by a Deadly Flourish and Shockwave. Camille also looking for a flank right now. Might be able to catch out Kaisa if Russian Ronin isn't careful. Diesel stepping up to front line. Same with the Morn. With that Shockwave and Alistar are there to front line for that Jhin. Camille getting caught out. Sanko pushing her back. And now there's a fight breaking out in the Tribe Rush. Poutine gets a 4-man knock into the flash and staying alive. Maria hitting so many people. Look at that sleep. They all went to bed. Morn able to get a kill. Pick up the shutdown. Well, that Lilia sleep was huge. ZMT now finds himself into 3 members of Mirage Elite. It won't be enough, and that'll be an ace along with Mirage Elite's first dragon of the game.
Really well played by Mirage Elite. That wombo combo was massive. 5-man Alistar into 4-man Oriole into huge
Their
sleep.
flanks. Their flanks are so good.
Camille flanks are on point as well. It drew so much pressure.
Last game as well. Makai doing a killer job. Last game teleporting with that cannon. This game forcing that fight on the Tribe Rush. And then Poutine able to get there in time. Huge knockup comboed in with a Lily sleep. Which nobody has cleanse. Nobody really can do anything except for the Olaf. But Olaf can just get chunked out. He doesn't have that many resistances right now.
Yeah, and the Camille's doing that all with 0 items. She built full utility for her team with the Executioners and the Tabbies. She's just a tank.
Yeah. The body of a top laner, the heart of a... Which that clearly shown right there.
Run, Diesel. My poor lad.
Run away.
Run away.
Let's see, Baron is up in 2 minutes. I'm assuming that'll go uncontested. Or Morn will go for a Miracle still, which I think would only delay the game at this point. I will say, Mirage Elite, I think over time their vision scales up, but it's so sad.
Yeah.
I call this song the Campfire Song.
Let's gather around the top turret and slay this Aatrox repeatedly.
Yeah. CMPFRSNG song and Russian Ronin using the all beautiful dash with that good boy, blasting him with that pistol. Up to a 650 gold bounty. Now back up to the top line. Teleport coming in from that Camille for the flank. Leah hitting ultimate. Out for the build. Just yet, GMT goes golden in the tower. It's also with that tempered fake. Camille going in, stunned up underneath the tower. Teleport from Diesel coming in as well. Single barely staying alive. Two teams being locked down. GMT shading the CC, and that'll be a shutdown. But the curtain call coming in. That's one. That's two.
Oh no.
Not gonna get it, but that's a double kill. Camille going back in the deadly first. James, more CC. Enigma steals the kill on more. Diesel locked down. Flashes away, but Makai gets the kill. 24-2 at 19 minutes. Top tower goes down. Baron's up in 30. Just a massacre.
I was about to say that's the best fight Striking Vipers could hope for, but then the fight accidentally continued, and they were just caught completely unaware by the Jhin ult.
The ride never ended. Yeah. It's tough to pinpoint it, but I really feel like Fache is just on point this series. I have not been able to catch any of the past games for Mirage Elite or when they were Dark Legions. But he really seems to be kind of the cornerstone of their team, getting those early kills, building up an advantage, and then allowing the team to really play at their own pace.
Yeah, the synergy between the jungler and support is really well done this game. It shows in their vision, it shows in their roams, it shows in everything. And the surrender vote actually comes through. That's it. That's the game.
Yeah, and with that, Mirage Elite will best of 3 series. Coming out 2-1. And I think the MVP will be the Striking Vipers did put up an amazing fight as well, but they were kind of playing on the back foot those last 2 games. And the consistency from Mirage Elite, they really didn't let up.
Yeah, honestly, a masterclass game put on by Mirage Elite. Just clinic, perfect League of Legends in that game almost. Took every kill they could, took every objective they could, except for one, but we can ignore that one. And just really a stomp of a game.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Worth It with Nuggets. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next week or later in the week, potentially. I have yet to check the schedule. Thanks for watching.
GG's.